Welcome to the PAC Football Report for November 16th, 2024. I'm Joe Onderko. This week we will take a quick look back at last week's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 11 contests for the final Saturday of the regular season. The top three teams remain tied at 8-1 as we head into the final weekend of the 2024 season. Grove City edged Case Western Reserve 30-20, and Carnegie Mellon blew past Allegheny 63-10 to both keep pace at the top with Washington and Jefferson, which had the Week 10 bye. In other Week 10 action, Westminster routed rival Geneva 56-7, Waynesburg rolled past Teal 37-10, and Bethany earned its first win of the 2024 season, snapping a 27-game skid by winning at St. Vincent 21-13. PAC Player of the Week honors for Week 11 went to Westminster senior QB Billy Levac on offense, with 17 of 23 passing for 293 yards and 4 TDs at Geneva. Carnegie Mellon grad linebacker Logan Young on defense, with 5 tackles, 2 interceptions including a 50-yard pick six, and a fumble recovery versus Allegheny. And senior punter Dan Berube of Grove City on special teams, after averaging just under 50 yards per punt, including a career-best 63-yarder versus Case. Newcomer of the Week again went to Bethany freshman QB Brett Phillips, with 283 passing yards, 44 rushing yards, and 3 TDs at St. Vincent. Week 11 is highlighted by the 55th edition of the Academic Bowl, as 6-3 Case Western Reserve hosts 8-1 Carnegie Mellon at DeSanto Field in Cleveland at 1:30 p.m. CMU leads the all-time series 33-19 and has won the last 5 meetings, including a 31-21 decision in Pittsburgh last year. Veteran Spartan head coach Greg Debeljak notes that as with most rivalry games, you can ignore the records as both teams will be at the top of their game.
It's Carnegie Mellon Case. Both teams are going to get after each other. Both teams recognize the significance of this game.
Separated by just 14 miles on PA Route 208, 8-1 Grove City travels to New Wilmington for a 1 p.m. kickoff against 7-2 Westminster at Harold Burry Stadium. It's the 106th all-time meeting between the Presbyterian rivals, dating back to 1892. The Wolverines outslugged the Titans 17-7 in Grove City last season, but Westminster won the last meeting in New Wilmington 24-17 in 2022. 8-1 Washington and Jefferson travels to Meadville to face 1-8 Allegheny at Frank Fuhrer Field at 1 p.m., with the Presidents in search of at least a share of the PAC football title for the first time since 2018. W&J barely edged the Gators 35-28 in 2023, one of many reasons President head coach Mike Sirianni and his squad are not looking past Saturday's game toward a potential NCAA playoff berth.
I have to look no farther than to tell my kids about my first year as a head coach. We were 8-1, and we were playing a 1-8 Buffalo State team with a chance to clinch an NCAA playoff berth, and we lost. So that's all I had to share. We are on full alert for Allegheny.
In other Week 11 action, 4-5 Waynesburg travels to Beaver Falls to face 4-5 Geneva at Reeves Field at 1 p.m. It's the 85th meeting between the Presbyterian schools since 1908. The Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series 44-36-4, but the Golden Tornadoes posted a 43-29 road victory in Waynesburg a year ago. Veteran GT mentor Geno DeMarco previews the matchup.
We're hoping to get a 5-5 season. 4-5 versus 4-5. Here we go. You always want to play a game, the last game of the year, that means something, and it obviously means something to both of us. So here we go.
Finally, fresh off its skid-breaking win at St. Vincent last week, 1-8 Bethany looks to make it 2 in a row when they host 2-7 Teal at Bison Stadium at 1 p.m. The longtime PAC foes are meeting for the 79th time since 1917, with the Tomcats holding a narrow 41-36-1 advantage. Teal has won the past 2 matchups, including a 22-14 win in Greenville last season. St. Vincent has the Week 11 bye. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderko. Thanks for listening, and for a final time in 2024, we'll see you at the stadium.